Well, I just sprayed this with my super rust remover stuff just to see what would happen. It's pretty much not rusty metal, but there is some in it, and this, just because it don't look rusty doesn't mean that there's not some kind of a rust going on with it. I'll just wipe it down now and let it dry good and prime it. Should look alright. Well, I cleaned this up with lacquer thinner and tack cloth. I don't know if you can hear, but see, this rust actually did hit the metal a little bit. It's nowhere near perfectly smooth. That's good. So, but this is going to be a great paint primer, so I cleaned it up best I could. And I'll prime it now. Where the rust remover took the rust off, of course, it left a hole because, well, the iron had to go somewhere. So anyway, primer's enough to fix that up. There's no big deal. I'm still going to have to be cutting and welding on it, but I think just taking a look at it wet will give you a good idea what it's going to look like when it's done. Well, there's Mr. Primer. Yeah, you can see it's still a little wet. It's fairly glossy. Even after it dries, it'll have some kind of gloss to it. And of course, this is not really automotive primer. I buy this stuff by the case. Seems to be pretty good. It's made by Krylon. Cost me a couple bucks a can compared to $4 or $5 for regular stuff. But it's good for what I'm doing on, like on this, just to stop rust and so forth. Anyway, I've pretty much got this done. I'll have to do it a little more welding and stuff, but that's basically what my firewall is going to look like. It's going to be pretty nice. Well, the next thing I got to do here is I'm going to have to determine exactly where my steering column is going to go, and also my brake. I can't be welding a bunch of braces in at this point and then have to cut them out because it's going to be right in the middle of the brake. So I got a little speedway, or I don't know what to call them now, but circle track car brake here. It's obviously seriously strong. Would be one of my options. I know where my steering column is going to go, basically. And the other one is to put in a power brake booster. Now, I had measured it and stuff before, and I was just clearing my valve cover on my motor. So I'll have to mark where my motor mount goes and set up where the back of the motor is going to go and make sure that this is all right. And once I do that, then I can sort of start putting this stuff in, at least tell where I'm going to need my braces. So first thing I got to do is decide what I'm going to do. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use that because this thing ought to be seriously fast. So I've got good disc brakes here in the front and everything, so I think I want power brakes on it. I could probably get away with mechanical brakes, but this motor's heavy, and once it's rolling, it'll be rolling, and this thing should probably run 130 miles an hour before you know what you're doing. So it's got to stop from 130. So that pretty much tells me I need power brakes. So I'm just going to go with that. I'll have to fabricate something for a brake pedal. I don't have one offhand, but they should be pretty easy to make.